Soldier of Christ reporting for duty. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. Today I wanted to talk about the obsession with safety. Now, what I mean by the obsession with safety, it isn't necessarily meaning something where, we would have safety and to think of it as something that is bad. Of course, taking unnecessary risks and putting yourself in harm's way for no reason is something that, we should all avoid. But more so the obsession with safety and not obeying God. And there are perhaps a few ways that we can focus on this and to be able to serve God. Take, for instance, John chapter 15, verse 13. It speaks about how there's no greater love than to lay down your life for your friends. And when we take this into consideration, yes, many of us, we very much love our friends. But to be able to sacrifice ourselves, to lay down our lives for our friends, is something that not a whole lot are willing to do. So we could sort of ask ourselves, are we able or are we willing to be able to sacrifice us for our friends? And being able to do so, we can sort of understand that, and through loving others and through loving our friends and our enemies, that we are able to sort of, take this safety, this obsession with safety, and be able to, have it and to sort of like push it out of our lives and being able to do so. Another thing to consider is God's place in our lives. For some, it might be very easy to not really trust in God to be able to supply our needs. That we think that, we need to sort of do worldly things in order to have this sort of safety. However, Philippians chapter 4, verse 19 speaks about how God will supply our needs. When we seek safety through so many of these worldly things, perhaps such as money, wealth, possessions, all that kind of stuff, we begin to lack faith. We begin to lack trust in God. We believe that if we are able to obtain these worldly possessions, this wealth, that we will be able to be safe. But when we begin to trust God, we can understand that God knows our needs more than we know our needs. God, of course, knows that, we need to eat, that we need to sleep, and all these things. So through trusting in God, through having faith in Him, we can understand that He has our best interests in mind and to trust in Him over our worldly possessions. Lastly, something that we can remember is that God has something better in store for us. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17 speaks about how, our suffering might feel very bad now, it is only temporary. And that the suffering we feel now will be so much small in comparison to the glory that will be revealed to us. And when we begin to understand this, we can sort of understand that, yes, even though, things are tough right now, that through having faith in God, that, we don't need to obsess in being safe, because even if the worst of things were to happen to us, that God has our best interests in mind, and that the glory that, will be revealed to us will be so much greater than any suffering that we can face here on earth. And through that, that's sort of how we are able to get away from all of this obsession of safety that so many people might have. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been very interesting and that you perhaps learned something. I apologize as I have not been very much posting lately, but I hope to change that very soon. I keep saying that, but I hope I am for real this time. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Soldier of Christ.